Okay, guys, long time no see. Yeah, I haven't made a video since last week. Very busy, just so busy. Man, it's so busy now. But anyway, I'm gonna make this video response here. Okay. So seems to be this seems to be a question everyone, like a lot of people are asking, especially asking me. But this question here, someone asked, when are you fluent? They put, when are you fluent in quotes. When are you fluent? So this message is sent by Laurel, what is it? Laurel E. Smith again. Okay. So let's go ahead and read this. Okay, so I was wondering if you have a video you can direct me to, or maybe you can just answer me here, that discusses when you personally feel satisfied enough with a language to move on. I saw your video on chat rooms and tried it myself, and what I found was that I was only able to successfully converse about 40% of the time, and I expected to do more, like 60% at this point. So it gave me a good point of measurement as to where I'm truly at right now. My goal is to reach the point where I can chat successfully without the use of a dictionary 95% of the time. I was wondering, at what point do you consider yourself fluent, since people seem to have different opinions as to when one is fluent in the language. And B, when chatting in languages you are strong in, how often do you find yourself needing to look things up? With the second question, I'm basically trying to gauge whether my goal of 95% is too high or not. Okay, yeah, this is actually a really good question, because like I said, a lot of people were asking me this question, like, when do you feel comfortable? I will use the term. I'm not going to say fluent. Let's use the term effective communication. When are you able to communicate effectively? That's what we will say. When you're able to communicate effectively, like in this case, you said you went to the chat rooms and you said you had to look things up. Like, when you go to chat rooms, your basic stuff is coming out naturally. Like, you don't have to use dictionaries and you don't really have to think. Like, it's coming out naturally. So that's how I look at it. I look at it when you're able to do stuff like that, not being able to, not having to look stuff up in a dictionary and just coming out naturally, then yeah, you can communicate effectively. Now, like for me, for example, when I go to a chat room, let's say I'll take a language like, I'll take my strongest language, Chinese or Japanese. When I go to a Chinese or Japanese chat room or chat with anyone, Chinese, Japanese, I don't have to look stuff up, because I've already built a real strong foundation in those languages to where like stuff comes out naturally. I could just, I don't know, I don't have to use a dictionary. So once you get to the point where you don't have to use a dictionary and stuff just comes out naturally, then that's how you know you're communicating effectively. Now, not to say it's a bad thing to look things up, because I mean, if you, there may be some things you have to look up, but like you still not to that point to where you able to communicate effectively. So once you find yourself not using dictionary as much, and you're just stuff coming out naturally, you don't have to like, okay, how do I say this? How do I say that? Then that's when you know you're communicating on an effective level. So I don't think 95% is too high. It's actually a good gauge. And let's see, what else did you ask? Let's see, wondering. Let's see, in chat rooms. Yeah, in chat rooms, that's why I always tell people chat rooms are very, very good. And a lot of people don't understand. They like, well, chat rooms, you want to chat with people face to face. Yeah, that's true. It's good to chat face to face, but like at the same time, when you use the chat room, you can kind of measure yourself where you are. Like when you're typing to someone, when you don't have to look something up and it's just coming out naturally, it's so good doing that, especially at the beginning stages. Like, you get so much good practice. You get so much good practice that way, and you get to practice all the stuff you learn. And like for me, it works every time. Like, I start learning Vietnamese. when I first started learning Vietnamese, I have still up to this day, I have no Vietnamese friend. I have one Vietnamese friend, but he was raised here. He was raised here by an American family, so he can't speak Vietnamese. Other than that, I have no Vietnamese friends. I have no Hmong friends. A lot of the language I study, I have no friends in these languages. Now, how I'm able to learn these languages, I got the resources. and I just go to the chat rooms. That's it. I go to the chat rooms, and when I'm out, when I leave my house, I'll try to find opportunities. If I see someone, if I think they're Vietnamese or Chinese or whatever, I'll take advantage of that opportunity. But lately, I haven't done that a whole lot. So yeah, chat rooms are very good. So we have Skype now. You can find people on Skype, start a video, and you can chat with them that way. So when people say like chat rooms aren't good, or they say stuff like chat rooms aren't good, and they don't have people in their city to practice with, that's like, it's kind of like I don't know. I don't want to consider that as an excuse, unless it's a very, very rare language. It has to be a very, very rare language. But overall, online, I've seen a lot of people from these rare countries, like Senegal. Wolof is a rare language. I've seen a lot of Sinhalese speakers. Before I started learning Estonian, I didn't realize that there will be this many. I will meet this many Estonians, and now, man, I know a lot of Estonians here online. So chat rooms are very good. It's good at measuring your level in the language. So yeah. So to answer your question, yeah, just keep doing that. Keep going to chat rooms, and yeah. That's how you will be able to tell you're communicating effectively, is when you're able to converse effectively with these natives without having to think that much, and stuff is just coming out naturally. It's just coming out naturally. Okay, now, like I said, it's okay to look stuff up. You might have to look something up, but like when you find that you don't need a dictionary, that's when it's there. So I hope I answered your question, and I'm glad that you said, P.S. after watching your videos, I've decided to start learning Japanese at the end of this year after I'm strong in this language. Good. I feel very humbled when people tell me that they're inspired by me and they want to learn different languages. I feel very humbled by that. So yeah, Japanese, you won't regret it. Japanese is a fun language to learn. It's a very, very fun language to learn. So yeah, so I should be around. If you have any questions about Japanese, or you need to be pointed in the right direction, just send me a message, and I'll try to get back to you ASAP. I've been so busy lately, and I get so many messages on a daily basis. It's impossible for me to respond. So excuse me if I don't get to any of you guys' messages right away, but I'll try. So I'm going to conclude this video here, and let me know what you guys think. And yeah, thanks for viewing the video.